Hey everybody, happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. It's 10:05 p.m. here in the Garden State. Hope you're having a great Saturday or whatever day it is where you are. Yeah, so I'm popping on for a few minutes, do my daily sketching. Just got a notification to install an update, but we're gonna click don't install. I don't want to mess anything up. Yeah, hope you guys are doing well. I'm gonna sketch a fishing shack. So this is the one from last night. This is how it turned out if you haven't seen it yet. It came out really cool, and I was blessed enough to have someone actually watching last night and interested in buying this sketch, so thank you, and shout out to Mickey for that. I appreciate that so much. Here's some close-up of it so you can see how it dried. Really awesome. So I'm gonna do another fishing shack, loosely based on a photo I took in Maine last year. Was it last year? I guess last year. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna color it. I don't know if it's gonna be black and white, but let's do some sketching. Let me know where you're joining from and how your day is going. And let me just move some stuff over here. Pardon my arms. There we go. I gotta organize my workstation. Hey, D-Ray's in the house. Great to see you. Hope all's well. So cool. And Linda's in the house. Great to see you, Linda. Let's do some sketching. All right. I'm just moving some stuff out of the way. I have a lot of junk out here on my table. I didn't clean it off, but there we go. Looks a little crooked. Excellent day. There we go. Hope you guys are doing great. I probably said that 100 times, but I do mean it. Sometimes I'm like a broken record. So, the picture I'm using for inspiration is actually of I believe it's of a shipbuilding yard. This is one of the buildings that juts out onto Booth Bay Harbor. And I thought it'd be fun just to kind of use that as a starting point for tonight. So I'm sketching on 4 inches by 8 inch paper tonight. Last night was an 8 inch by 8 inch. And only because the building, this is kind of, I should bring a photo up and show you guys what I'm looking at. But the building is long and narrow, so I wanted to capture those proportions with the paper. Kind of have some steps here. It looks like a ramp actually, and maybe a ramp that goes down to the water. We have our deck area here. And what I love about these old buildings on the harbor, I just love the structural supports and how over time they just add these other piers and posts and diagonal cross bracing. It's very wonky looking, but they're just so fun to look at. There's so much history and stories that these buildings can tell for sure. Here's some of that cross bracing we have going on. And I'm just kind of making some of this up right here. Boom, there we go. Cool. So that's kind of just what the shape of the building is going to be. And yeah, we'll take it from there. I'm gonna move this over. Hey, Chip's in the house. Chip says, okay, I'm on time today. Chip. Awesome. I was actually late. I think I was on a few minutes late. Chip, it's great to see you. Linda says, pink. Heart. Just add some hot pink. You guys, Linda, you just want to see some pink on this one, huh? I could do that. I could just break out the pink neon pencil on this. That could be fun. Again, these idea with my sketches, guys, I'm not trying to do anything realism. Is that a word? Realism? Realistic? it's just my loose, fun, wonky take on the buildings. You know, I am the architect part of me, and when I do my architecture work, the technical drawings are so precise. They have to be, right? The blueprints, which is awesome, and I love doing that kind of work too. But when I just do loose style sketching, it frees my brain up and my creativity up in a different way. When I'm actually designing houses or additions onto houses, I like to freehand sketch my design ideas at first. Rather than going right onto the computer and creating everything on a computer, sketching by hand allows me to have some kind of a freedom when I'm creating. If I was to go and put this right on the computer, or a house design right on the computer, I feel like my mindset would be more rigid. I would feel more technical and precise. So that's why I think to be an architect, I think it really requires being able to freehand sketch and to know how to do the technical drawings, whether they're old school by hand or they're on the computer using CAD software, which is what I do now. I use CAD software, but I used to do hand drafting for, gosh, I'm going to say like maybe 8 years out of college. The architects I worked for were all hand drafting, and I kind of miss that. All right, cool. Hope you guys can see it's okay. I'm drawing a little crooked, so when I sketch, I typically will turn the paper. It's usually not horizontal perfectly. I usually adjust my camera like this for you guys, but I am sketching crooked. So that's what I am like in reality, but if I do that, it looks straight for you guys. Cool. All right, this looks fun. Let's throw some color on. This is a kind of a small, quick one. It's Barbie Pink Month. It is. Is the Barbie movie coming out this month? I know there's a new Barbie movie that's out or coming out. You know what? We could do that. For Linda, let's just have fun and play with. I have some pink inks. We'll just stick with pink. Why not? Again, it's just about fun, guys. So this is a pink varsity ink. That rhymes. I have pink preppy ink. And then I have my neon pink colored pencil. Let's just go for it and have fun. I will probably put the colored pencil on last. If I put it down now, it won't allow any ink to go onto the paper. All right, let's mess around with these different inks. I know how the preppy pink works. Hope you can see that better. I haven't used the varsity in a while, so I'm curious. I don't even know if there's any ink in here. And let me get a brush out. We'll kind of just do an ink wash on this. I might pull in some other colors, but we'll just start with some pink. So I'm just going to layer down some lines here. And then I'm going to add some water to this brush. And let's just kind of dilute some of this ink. Kind of wash it on here. The Pink Panther just popped into my brain. Dun, dun, dun. I love that song. I love the Pink Panther movies. Oh my gosh. They're so... Peter Sellers, I think, was a comedic genius and as Inspector Clouseau. I don't really know his other work, but I love his Pink Panther movies. It's so fun. What a character. And then they did the remakes with Steve Martin as Inspector Clouseau, and they first I didn't really like it, but I've watched them a few times and it's grown on me. It's just real fun, light, breezy movies. So, but Peter Sellers is definitely the best Clouseau I've ever seen. Alright, so that is what the preppy looks like. This will be fun just to test different pinks out and see what we get. And just like I did last night on this other shack here, boom, I'm just going to add some of the same colors I put in the building We're going to put it down in the water, and I didn't leave a lot of space at the bottom of this for water. So I probably should have shifted the building up when I sketched, but we'll make it work. Linda says, yes, it is. The Barbie movie. I don't know if I'll see that one, to be honest with you. But I hope it's good. If anybody ever goes to see that movie, the Barbie movie, hope you enjoy it. It'd be interesting to see how they made a live action version of it. I'd be interested to see how they do the production design, the sets and scenery. How much of it is computer generated, how much of it is like hand built. I'm always fascinated with movies and the set designs. So this is the Varsity pen. Let's check this out and see how this bleeds. So it's not bleeding quite as much as the Preppy. I'm liking the bleed on the Preppy better. It's more vibrant and stronger. I'm feeling turquoise. We're gonna add some turquoise on this, I think, at some point. So that's the Varsity. Let's see if I can do this with the Varsity. So one thing I do like about the Varsity pen is you can kind of dab it on wet areas and let the ink kind of dissipate. Let me try it with the Preppy. This is fun. So some Preppy, you can do the same thing. So it's fun just to play with your tools and materials and see different effects you can get. I don't think I have anything else pink other than, I have, you know what? Let's throw some pink highlighter on. We're getting really crazy, guys. Again, we're just playing around, having fun. The Barbie house is in Malibu, and you can now rent it. What? Is that the one they made for the movie? So they actually built a Barbie house? A real one, and you could rent it. That is cool. Let's see what this pink looks like, this highlighter. So the pinks are all very similar. I'm going to say my favorite one so far is the Preppy. I like the Preppy pink. I'll definitely come back and add some more ink on top, some black. Alright, now I got the colored pencil out, which is a totally different pink. This is neon pink. In person, it is so vibrant. Hey Barbie, if you're watching, let me know. Let me know if you're in, if you like this pink shack here. Alright, so this is what it's looking like all in pink. Really cool, but I think I'm going to add some other colors to it. And one of the colors I like to use when I use pink Preppies, I like to use the yellow Preppy. So let's bring that out. Just grab it. So last night we did watercolor in ink. Tonight we're going to maybe just keep this all ink. So this is a yellow Preppy pen. I love the color of this ink, but I love the color more when I take it directly out of the ink cartridge because it's much more intense. But I like the color combination, especially when the yellow and the pink kind of get together. I'll show you. Alright, he's lost his mind. He's going crazy, kids. But let's just bleed some of that here. You get a really cool orangey color when you put the pink and yellows together. So let me throw some more on here, and then what I'll do is I'll show you what the ink looks like right out of the cartridge. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Say hello if you're watching the chat. I always like to know who's out there, and so I can thank you guys, because I do appreciate your time so much. Linda says, very cool. It's looking kind of cool. It has a sunset Caribbean kind of feel going on, I think. And then let me show you what the pink looks like right out of the cartridge here. I don't know if did I say pink? I meant yellow. I may have said pink. I'll just throw some on the roof here. You can see it. So that's what it looks like right out of the tube. And lots of times I'll actually just take these cartridges and I'll just splatter it on the paper. And you could see that in, let me grab something, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll grab it in, here, let's grab this. So I don't know if you guys remember, I was working on the Steel Stacks inspired sketches. It's now a closed down steel plant that's in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. But here's an example of that yellow preppy where I really just kind of threw it on there. And that's how I like to use that color the most. It's just throwing that bad boy right on there. And I definitely want to bring some of that yellow. It's going to lift it right off of here, and I want to bring it down to where the water would be. This is actually a landmass coming up here. It's looking cool. It's looking cool. I kind of like the base of it. I think it's enough yellow on there, and I feel like I need to add some blue to make these other colors pop. So let me just throw this back on here. Here's what I was talking about. If you guys use the preppy pens, I really love the inks, but the plastic is so cheap. You can see there's a crack right here, so I can't tighten this in, so I have to be careful with it. So be careful when you're using preppies. That is just one thing that's happened to me quite a few times. So I would just break the barrels. Hey, Linda's in. Linda, we have Linda H and Linda S. Linda S, good to see you. How you doing? It's always great to see you pop on. You guys are awesome. So let's throw it down. I think I said I want to do some turquoise. We're gonna stick, since we're only using basically ink, we did use a little colored pencil here. Let's just stick with the ink, and I think I have blue or turquoise color. Oops. I just dropped some stuff on the floor. Here we go. So I have a turquoise varsity pen here. So let's throw some of that down. What did I just drop on the floor? We'll get it later. Oh, I dropped some colored pencils. I'll grab them later. All right, cool. Let's throw down some either teal or aqua or turquoise. One of those awesome blues. Love the bright colors. Ooh, thank you, Linda S. Yeah, so Linda H suggested doing pink. So this is kind of unusual to start off with a pink building for me, but it's fun. Let's just throw some of this turquoise down here. Ooh, this is kind of in the water. So yeah, maybe this is a tropical, building's located in a tropical area, maybe in the Caribbean somewhere. And I'm just gonna dab this. Like I said before, I really like just taking the Varsity's pens and just dabbing them in the wet ink. I think they're more effective than the Varsity, the preppy pens. This is the Varsity. I like taking the Varsity and dabbing them. Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. All right, there we go. No, I'm not confused. I'm just kidding. Cool. We definitely got to throw some on here. I think maybe for the shadow we'll do, let's throw some of this turquoise, and we might get a purpley color. See, there's shadows under these overhangs maybe. And I'm going to add some water and see what happens. Let's do a nice big patch up here of that turquoise color. So you see how the shadow kind of worked. It's bleeding down the ink. I like it. So we had the turquoise mixed in with the pink and yellow. So we have a little bit of kind of blue going on, some purples, some blacks, some green happening, which is fun because sometimes we think shadows are just black or gray, but shadows really are made up of a bunch of different colors, and that makes it a little more interesting. I kind of wanted that to be more vibrant, so I'm going to blot that a little bit. And let's just see. There we go. I just wanted this turquoise to kind of pop out on that part of the building, that peak area. And then we're going to pop out. We're actually going to take some of this and add it for the roof on this building. Kind of like the pop of blue. We're going to have a pop of blue going on here. Sorry guys if this is crooked on screen. I could do this. There we go. It's probably a little bit better. And let's bleed some of that turquoise. And I'm going to just tap in some of that Varsity on here and just let it pool and puddle up in here. We'll let it dry that way. That's actually looking pretty cool. I'm liking these colors. And after this dries, we'll come back, we'll add some more Sharpie, or I'll use my Pilot Precise, and we'll just add some more details, and we'll add some shingles. I'm actually imagining metal roofs on these, so we'll sketch some metal roofs. And we'll do some either clapboard or shingle siding on these buildings. Let me know if you guys are enjoying this. Do you guys like this color scheme? It's really kind of funky, but I'm liking it. It's vibrant, it's fun. And that's just what this is all about, man. Just having fun. And colors make me happy. Wonky lines make me happy. Architecture makes me happy. So combine all three and it's a great way for me to end the day, doing something I really love. It's cool. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm loving how this is drying right here. Looking really cool. Mickey, hey Mickey, good to see you. Hope all's well. Mickey's in the house. Awesome. I'm liking it. I'm going to let it dry for a minute and then we'll come in and add some ink details. I'm going to just put in some more blue. I just want to punch out some of these areas a little bit more. Oh, it looks like shingle roofs. All right, so we'll make this building have a shingle roof on it. Kind of looks like it the way I'm rendering it here. So that's fine. And we'll do a metal roof maybe on these. Oh, this looks like shingle here. It's all good. Maybe this is metal. I love metal roofs. Because it says it reminds me of the restaurant at the end of the pier in Galveston, Texas. That's cool. Awesome. Do they have, what kind of food do they have at that pier? Is it good? Good barbecue? Is it Texas barbecue? That's so fun. I'm glad. I always love when these sketches remind you guys of places. All right, let's break out. I might try a different pen. Let's see. I usually use my Pilot. So this is an Energel pen here. Let's see how it sketches on, because this is kind of wet. I want to see what's going to sketch on the wet area. So the Energel's sketching on here. And I hear Olivia outside my door. I just heard her collar and her tags kind of jingling. I tried to get her in here, but I don't know if she would come in. She's a great pup. I'm very lucky to have a really nice pup. There's a door. We're going to make a door here. Maybe a window here. Got a window happening here. Let's just make it kind of long and narrow. I like the proportions. And we have some windows happening here. We have another door. So this pen is sketching pretty well in the wet areas. I know the Sharpie doesn't sketch on wet areas. The Pilot would, but I thought maybe it would bleed too much. And I didn't want it to get too muddy, so that's why I went to this pen. Let's make a door here. Cool. So you can see I'm starting to add some details. Gulf Coast vibes going on. That's awesome. Hey, DB's in the house. DB, great to see you. Good evening. A little late tonight. No, it's all good. DB posted, if you haven't seen it, an amazing barn sketch, pencil, or graphite, right? Amazing, amazing. All right, I want to kind of delineate. We're going to make these some rocks down in here, kind of coming up to the land. So we're going to sketch some. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use a finer pen. Let's use not that one. So you guys don't usually see me mess around too many different types of pen sizes. You know, I'm pretty basic. Usually it's these two. So ours black pens, and and a Lamy. So usually it'll be these three. But I want some really fine lines because of the scale of this. So I'm actually going to grab. I had it out earlier. Where did I put it? In here. This is a. Wait till you see this. The point on this. This is a Winsor Newton 0.1 pen. This was actually something I had gotten as a give out when I went to the artist retreat in Montreat, where I took the class with Rue, which was incredible. But they gave these out. Look at the tip on this. Let me bring it closer so you guys can see it. Let's zoom in. Here, you can see right in there. This has such a small tip on it. So I thought this would be cool to use because this is a pretty small scale and I don't want a lot of detail. It'll look too busy because it's so small, but I do want to call out the material on the building. Architecture, buildings, they're all about form, shape, colors, and materials, right? What are they made out of? So I could leave it blank like this and not show any siding, but I wanted to do the siding just to add a little more character. We're actually going to sketch in, let me zoom in even closer. See, here we go. Hopefully you guys can see that better. I'm going to sketch in some corner boards going on. The paper's still a little wet, but I'm throwing these corner boards, these trim pieces on, just to give a little more detail. Let's do the same over here on this. And I will pull out some of these edges later, darker, so some of these volumes or shapes have more definition. And then I was talking about doing like metal roofing. And I like to do metal roofing like this. So we'd pretend it's a standing seam metal roof, and we're just going to sketch in where those metal panels join together. You have the seam here. And that's just a real quick way to show metal roofing on a building. Let's do shingles. I want this to be all metal. This is going to be metal, and we'll do shingle roof on this building. So now we're getting kind of the idea of metal roofing on here. And you may have noticed, even though it's a loose, wonky drawing, which I love, I wanted these seams of the metal panels to follow very loosely, but at least follow the idea of the angle of the roof. So you'll notice that I tried to keep that angle very similar across. It helps to keep the perspective working. Did I measure the spacing between those? No, I didn't. Are they off? Yeah, they're not the same. They're not even, and that's fine. If this was a technical architectural blueprint, then this would be perfectly spaced. Quick, loose, wonky, the spaces could be uneven. For me, that adds even more character. All right, let me show you how I might do some shingle siding on this building. Maybe they're cedar shingles. Before I do that, let's just sketch. We're going to do some window, just give the idea there's a frame around these windows. Again, this is still a little wet, so it's not sketching the best, but we can get it to work. All right. And then I'm going to hold my pen here. I'm going to hold towards the end of the barrel because it lets the tip be looser. If I want it to be more precise, I'll hold it closer to the end. Then I can get really precise lines. But I want it to be kind of wavy looking. So I'm going to hold it towards the end. And then I'm just going to kind of lightly drag this across here. And I am guiding the pen to have these wavy lines going on. And some of these would continue across, right? Boom. We would have some in between the windows. The siding continues. So we have some really wavy lines. And then let's create the idea of cedar shingles by doing some vertical-ish lines on here. Just kind of randomly drawing them. They're staggered. Again, not measuring anything, not worrying if they're precise, if the spacing is even. It just gives charm, it gives character, keeps things loose and fun. Cool. DB says, getting ready to put a metal roof on a barn. This really helped. Ooh, DB, I'm so glad that my tip helped you. That's so cool. So we have some cedar shingle siding maybe on there. And we're going to mix it up a little. We're going to do vertical. Let's do some board and batten. So if you guys, like DB's doing a barn buildings have the vertical board and batten siding. I have, if I can grab it, if it's here, I have a really cool barn book that I'm going to show you guys. And I believe it's on my bookshelf. Let me go look for a sec. We interrupt this show for a quick break. Yeah. Let me grab this. I want to show you guys this book. Is this the one? This is one of them. Yeah, this is one of them. I have another one somewhere, but we'll take a little break. Let this dry for a minute. Check this book out. I have had this book for a long time. Let's see if you guys can see that. Okay. Let me zoom out even more. All right, cool. The old House Book of Barn Plans by Richard Rawson. You want to see some really cool detailed drawings of barns? I'll show you this. First of all, this book is from, you see the copyright on here. Well, it was originally published in 1950. This copy I have is from 1990. So 1990, I've had this book since then. Let's just skim through it. I love old barns. DB, I know you're working on one. This might appeal to you. I'm going to zoom in so you can see some of these really detailed, technical. I guess these were done with, I don't know if these are etchings or they're just ink drawings. I'm not sure about that. But just check that out. You can see look at the texture on that barn. Right? You can see the stonework. You can see the wood. Really, really cool. Let's just find another one. Let's go through. I love these kind of black and white plans they have in here. You know, as an architect, I love looking at plans and technical drawings. To me, this is another art form. Really cool. But let's just see some other drawings. Here's a Missouri barn. Missouri barn built in 1868. But just check that out. So these are these are precise drawings. But I just love looking at how they show the different materials and textures. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull up. There's another cool one here. Could I sketch like this? I could draw like this. Yeah, so for me to draw like this, I would use a straight edge, I'm sure. Triangle, ruler. These are incredible. And then and here's just a very simple kind of elevation drawing. Oh, I'm gonna zoom out even more here. This is an octagonal barn. Real cool, right? Just kind of a simple technical drawing. Here's the plan of it. Hope you guys are liking this. Here's a framing drawing of the roof. Pretty cool. Love this stuff. This is a cross-section drawing. A cross-section is, imagine you're cutting through a cake. So you slice through a cake. You open the cake up, and you can see the layers inside of that cake. So a section drawing, or cross-section, is we're slicing through a building, opening it up, and we can see the layers. We can see what the building's made up of on the inside. So it shows the posts, the beams, the floor structure, the foundation. So that's a cross-section. I think cross-section drawings are beautiful and informative. And here's a looser sketch of that same barn. Hey Jennifer! Cheers, 114 degrees. That is so hot. Dang it. I think it was it 116 yesterday? Did it go down 2 degrees? I hope you're keeping cool. So that's this book, guys. I thought I would show it to you. There's another book I have about barns. I don't know if it's on my shelf, but I know the name of it. So again, really awesome book. Let me put it here. Let me just take a look on my shelf real quick. See if I have the other book here. I would love to show you guys. Not seeing it. Yeah, I don't see it. Let me just move this behind here. Turn on my back if my back's on camera. No. Alright. It must be on my bookshelf in the other room. The other book is called The Age of Barnes. Age of Barnes, I believe, and I think the author's last name is Sloan. I'll write it down. I think anybody's interested, I'll pull it out next time if I remember. Age of, I'm gonna write it down. Age of Barnes. I think the author is Eric Sloan. Here. So Age of Barnes by Eric Sloan. I don't remember the year. Really another incredible book with barns and drawings of barns, similar to what we just saw. Eric Sloan also did this. I know I'm off on a tangent. I hope this is cool with you guys. I have a book of his right here. So this is another book by Eric Sloan. I love this guy's drawings. This was a library book that they were going to throw out, so I salvaged it. Thank the Lord. Here's actually this is Maine. This is a house or a farm unit, they call it, in Maine. Again, very similar drawings to the other book we just saw. I'll just flip through here and see what else. This is cool if anybody's into covered bridges. Look at these drawings. These are covered bridge drawings. Again, very more technical, more detailed. But they still have a loose feeling to them, right? Now let's see. What else do we have in here? Tombstones. We got some boats happening in here. Fences. Gates, I guess those are gates. Cool. So there you go. So Eric Sloan, great book. I haven't even read it all. I skimmed through it. Great pictures, great information as well. And then also he has another great book. It's called Age of Barnes. Check those out, guys. All right, let's get back and wrap this one up. Let me get a drink of water. Let me know if there's any questions. I'm going to look at the comments. And I do have a drink here. Mickey says there are hundreds of old barns in Oklahoma and Kansas. Ooh, that's awesome. I've had a dream since I was, 10 years old, to buy an old barn and convert it into my studio space. That would be awesome. I'd love to convert a barn into a studio. DB says, oh wow, need to see if I can find one. DB, let me know. Let me know how it goes. Let me know. I am more than happy to loan you the book if you'd like. I could send it your way if you'd like to borrow it and hold on to it. We can talk about that. Jennifer, I hope you are keeping cool. It's always great to see you on. Linda said, I saw the round stone barn in Massachusetts. Awesome. Yeah, round barns are pretty fascinating. DB says, thanks for sharing. Hey, you're welcome. I love the details. They're cool. Linda says, I live in farmland. Lots of barns around us. Sorry guys. I'm drinking some water with lemon. I love water with lemon. So good. All right. Alright, this has had some time to dry. I want to sketch some stonework, I think, on here. Just give some texture. So kind of like those barn drawings we saw. They had some stone on the foundations. So here's how I like to draw stone. Think of it as almost a continuous line drawing. And I'll just kind of do it and you can watch for a minute. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. So that's just kind of how I like to draw stones. Almost a continuous line through here. I could thank my first employer out of college. He kind of showed me how to draw stones. And then I'm going to let's just add some splashes of color on these stones a little bit. And then, yeah. We'll talk about the background. You know, last night I did gray on the background. I don't know what I'll do today on this one. I'm not sure yet. Let's take some yellow. So basically for the stones, I'm going to throw down some of the colors we've already used. And then we'll maybe throw in some black or gray in here. I like the preppy pink the best. Besides the colored pencil, neon pink. And let's just kind of bleed that ink a little bit to soften it up. I know there's not really the color of rocks, right? We're not going to really see these pink rocks. Or maybe, if we have any geologists out there. But I like to mix the colors in. I've used on the building. I like to bring those into the landscape as well. I need to bring some of that pink down into the water. And then let's throw down, what am I going to use for gray? I'm trying to keep this to ink and maybe colored pencil. No watercolor on this one. I'm not sure what to use for gray. Maybe just pencil. Maybe just some graphite. So DB will be proud if I break out some graphite. I'm looking for my Blackwing. Where's my Blackwing pencil? I am not seeing it. Weird, I'm not sure where my Blackwing pencil is. Guys, by the way, I'm not charging extra admission tonight. This is just a bonus. You guys get to watch me pondering where my Blackwing pencil is. This bonus footage is free, no extra charge. So enjoy as I try to find my Blackwing pencil. Oh my gosh. I don't know where the heck it is. Alright. There goes that idea. So we're just going to take some preppy, some Pilot Precise, and just put some black on here. I'll bleed some of it. Or maybe I'll just leave some of it black. Alright, so there we go. It's bleeding some pilot here. And that's fine for that. Oh, I gotta change the song because Facebook always puts a copyright claim when this song plays. Let's go, we're gonna skip ahead. Let's go to this playlist. And I'm going to darken, after I do these lines here, I'm going to darken some of the edges of the buildings and just to pop them out a little bit. Let's just do more siding right now on here. And I actually want this to be vertical. That's how I got on the whole barn thing. I forgot. Wow, that was a tangent and a half. The barn, I wanted to show the clapboard siding. So the board and batten siding, which is this vertical siding that you see on barns. So we're going to make this building have that vertical board and batten siding happening on it. Alright, cool. And then let's just darken some of these lines. I might just use my Sharpie for that. Olivia out there. She must be getting ready for bedtime. Trying to get the pup down around around 10 o'clock. But she likes to stay up when we're all up, which is cool. And then let's just do some. Let's just throw some hatching here just to pull that overhang out a little bit more. And we'll do the same here. Pull this overhang out. And I want to pull the corner of that out a little bit darker there. And this roof edge maybe. Boom. I kind of like how it just bleeds off here. I'm gonna leave that white. And then let's just kind of pull that out, and then I want to pull these. I want to pull this deck or dock area out a little bit more. I feel like we're in Paris with this music. Have fun. And then I'm going to pull the railing of this ramp out a little bit more as well. And we'll just sketch the posts in. I'm liking this. I think I'm good, except for the background on this one. You can kind of get this overall sense of it. Wait, can I get the cap on this? Oh, I'm trying to put the wrong cap on the wrong pen. This one goes here. Boom. And then this one goes here. D-Ray says, yeah, love the books. Oh, cool, D-Ray. Good. I'm so glad you like them. Linda says, moss-colored green. Ooh. Yeah, that would be great for the rocks. I do have this pen here. We could try throw it. Let's try throwing some of this on there. Let's see what happens. Who says I'm not open to suggestions? I'm always willing to listen, but I don't always accept them. But no, I thank you guys for your putting in the comments. I love how you get involved. It's so cool. Let's throw this green on here. Might even look better. I don't know what color green this is. It's not the same color as this. which is like more minty. Cool. It's kind of a fun song. All right. Now let's bleed some of that. And if I bleed it, it'll be a little bit lighter. This is like the Parisian playlist. Cool. I kind of like it. It adds a little bit of green, maybe either moss, some kind of landscape going on. There you go. Awesome. Linda says, cool. Gray sky again tonight. DB, that is the last thing we're going to look at. Great question. Great question. I don't know. I'm not thinking gray. Believe it or not, I'm thinking yellow. I know that sounds crazy. And the reason is I know gray would definitely pop the buildings out. I kind of feel like this is a tropical setting here, and I'm picturing, beautiful blue sky. I don't want to do blue though. Something bright, vibrant. So that's why yellow popped into my brain. But I'm hesitating a little bit. I would love to use the water. I'm trying not to use watercolor on this, but it's already mixed media. Originally it was going to be all ink. So I'm thinking the lemon yellow in here is what I might do on the background. The gray would be probably the safer way to go, but who needs to be safe tonight? You know what? It doesn't matter. It's mixed media anyway, so I'm going to throw on some of that lemon yellow. Let me know what you guys think before I do it. Steel blue skyline. A steel blue skyline. Linda says, I wonder if you mean if I should sketch a skyline in the background. I'm not sure. Yellow's a good choice. Then the lemon yellow. Yeah. It would be the lemon yellow, which you can see I like a lot. I burned a hole through it to the bottom of the pan. Let's do it. Let's throw in some lemon yellow, guys. And we'll call this one a day, and we're going to turn it upside down. Do not adjust your sets at home. Don't flip your iPad. Don't turn over your TV or monitor. This is intentionally upside down. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to wet. I'm going to throw some water here. I'm still using the same water as yesterday. I didn't clean it out. One, I'm lazy. Two, I like the look of... I kind of like the look of just having dirty water on my sketches. Alright, so I just kind of wet the paper a little bit. And now let's dip into the yellow. I'm going to kind of dip into that lemon yellow in here and see how it goes. Let's see, I'm trying to really get it on here good. Alright, let's do it. Got nothing to lose. So it'll dry lighter than it's going on right now, I hope. I'm just pulling down some of that yellow on the roof just to kind of tie that sky and building together a little bit. We can throw some on here, I think. Just a skosh of it. I think it's going to dry really, really nicely. Ah, yes, see if it's yellow. That is for sky. Yeah, I kind of like it. I think it's going to dry pretty nicely. I just feel like I want to just get some of that intense yellow here. Well, I want to intensify it. Really throw it on thick. All right, cool. Excuse me. Sorry about that. All right. Hey guys, I think this one is going to be a wrap. A lot of fun. I like it. So thank you, Linda, who came up with that. It said pink, so pink kind of started it all and led down this kind of a tropical vibe with this building, which is fun. So let me know if you guys have any final questions or comments, and I'm going to wrap up. Again, I want to thank you. I do appreciate your time and watching and commenting, so thank you guys so much for sharing and liking this stuff. Linda H says, looks awesome. Linda S says, fun times. Ooh, I'm glad you guys had fun with this. Right? I hope my big takeaway for you guys is just have fun. Go for it. You know, I didn't know how the yellow was going to look. I didn't know how these colors were going to look. And you gotta have fun. I do need to add something I want to add at some point. I did a little bit of the pink earlier, but I really want to. I usually like to come in and pop this pink in last, and I'll put it in just some places here so it really pops. Well, we'll do it now. We'll do it now. Cool. Again, this is 4 inches by 8 inches. I like the horizontal, the proportions of it. All right, let's throw in some. I'll do a pop of pink in this window area here, maybe. Oh, I think my pup is looking for me. And there you go. Just adding some of those pink pops on here. I think that's all I need, just in a few places. Boom. And I'm not done yet, guys. Let's add some neon yellow too. Maybe in these window areas here. There's a window here, we'll pop some in. And then I kind of want to do just kind of this area here, maybe. Here, we got a little patch there. And let's just pop one in right here. Now we're done. Bam. D-Ray says, thank you. Hey, D-Ray, thank you so much. Hey, guys, this has been fun. I appreciate you all. It's 11:11. I'm going to head off to Sleepyland. I want to thank Linda S. It's always awesome seeing you. I love your flowers, your posts from your house. You and DB have amazing green thumbs, so thank you for sharing your flower pictures. Always fun to see. Great stuff. Linda says, enjoy your weekend, everyone. Yeah, you too. Enjoy your weekend. DB, I want to see, you said you're working on a barn. I would love to see it. If you want to share any progress pictures with me, feel free to, message me on Facebook. I'm more than happy to look at them and give you feedback if you want. That would be so cool. I appreciate you so much. Who else was in the house? Jennifer was here from Arizona. Jennifer, hope you're doing well. It's always great seeing you. Please keep cool in your 114 degrees. That's just crazy. Oh my gosh. Be well, stay cool, for sure. Who else was on? I know Chip had popped on. Chip, it was always great seeing you in the house, and I'm looking forward to our get together next month, right? August sometime. How cool is that going to be? I'm looking forward to it. I do know that last week of August, I don't know when we're going, but the last week of August is not looking good. I might be going to Idaho on a scholarship that I just won to learn more about this architecture software that I use in my business and I teach in school. So I might be going to some training on that in the end of August. So that's going to be cool. And D-Ray, thank you so much for popping in. I always love your comments. Good stuff. And if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. But thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. DB says congratulations. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. I'll talk more about it and give you guys a little more details if you're interested. As it gets a little closer, I have to book everything and make sure I can afford. So the scholarship actually paid for the academy class, which is a 3-day, basically a workshop. So the scholarship covers that. I gotta work on the travel and accommodation expenses on my end. Then this is very cool. Love Idaho. Oh, cool. I've never been there. This is in, I think it's called Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Very close to Spokane, Washington, which I've been to Spokane. One of my mentors actually is from Spokane, and I would love to be able to see him if I can. Thank you guys so much. Remember, keep paying it forward with your positivity and your creativity. And peace and live creatively. Love this music. I'm sounding very mellow. This music is very opposite what I'm sounding like, but I love it. Take care, guys. Have a great night. Peace and live creatively. I'll see you soon. Try salsa out here. Speaking of salsa, I could go for some chips and salsa right now, but it's too late. Good night, guys.